Hello everybody and welcome to the virtual Talladega Motor Speedway in the Fanta 156 for round 9 of the Peak Racing Association in the 2025 campaign. I'm your host for today's event, Cripstitzel, and I'm joined by my co-commentators, Ally and Daystriker. How are you guys doing today?
Ally here, doing good. And ready to see a good race here at Talladega, our third play race of the season.
I'm Daystriker.
And I'm Daystriker here, and it's a great day to have a fun race, and ready to see these drivers rock and roll.
Alrighty then, the Talladega Superspeedway. A 2.66 mile track. We'll be doing 60 laps. That equates to 156 mile races. That's 6 miles longer than the season opener at Daytona. And so that's an extra 6 miles all these drivers are going to have to account for. We have a full-time field today. That means not a single sub is in the field tonight. And as you can see, we have some new faces, which we'll go over shortly. For example, there's Storm making his first start since, what was it, frickin' Daytona? So, lots of new faces, lots of new numbers, a new team, so much to talk about in the pre-race show here in Talladega, but we won't waste too much time, because of course, we have a race to get started with, and that's what all of you are here for. Without any further ado, how about we get some interviews?
I'm down for that. Let's do it.
Alrighty then, let's go ahead and interview our pole sitter to start off for IR Motorsports. He won just 3 weeks ago at Portland, and he currently has above 80 points. The only driver, I think it's 84. The only driver currently to have that in Season 5. He is your points leader and current championship favorite. This is, that's Core. So, how are you doing today, Core?
Hello, I'm doing very good. You know, I got high hopes for this race, starting on the pole position. I think this is our first pole this season, now that I think about it, especially at a Superspeedway. That's certainly something. So, yeah.
Well, starting on pole position, you have lots of Chevrolets behind you in DB, who will be alongside you. Of course, you'll have Aiden right behind you, but then System will be right behind DB. You'll have another Ford, Aiden's teammate in Napa, but then lots of Chevrolet behind that. How do you feel having to knowing that a lot of your Chevy teammates are in fact behind this kind of block of Fords and a Toyota?
I shouldn't feel too concerned. Knowing it's Talladega, getting up to the front shouldn't be too hard of a task, knowing how chaotic these races tend to get. But if they do, get in position, try to set up a move, I'll just, do my best, try to block, be a safe blocker or just an aggressive driver. But hey, anything to keep the lead away and hopefully get my allies in manufacturer and teammates up to the front with me so we can, hold off for the lead as long as we can. But yeah, that's the strat.
All right. There's his view on the manufacturer situation for the start of this race. Ally, Daystriker, anything for Core before I ask him something else?
I think trying to find manufacturer teammates and sticking with them is definitely a very good idea, especially early on, making sure you stay with them and try to coordinate pit stops as much as possible would be a very smart way to start off this race.
Yeah, indeed.
Alright, well, one more thing before we let you go here in Talladega Pre-Race Core. I'm interested in your thought on the possibility of a green flag pit stop today. The stages are likely to go the same way any stage really in PRA is gone. Any stage, especially at the Superspeedways, has gone. Pit at the end of each stage. Set yourself up to have a full tank of gas for the third. However, we are looking at the possibility of green flag stops late in Stage 3. Maybe the field will split it in half. What's your view on that? What are you preparing for as a driver? Especially with your manufacturer teammates.
Yeah, that is going to be something new we're going to have to adapt to in this race because, as far as I'm aware, I don't think any of the super speedway races had green flag pit stops for us to really get some practice on that end. But if it does come down to that, I'll just try to adapt as best as I can. I'll try to use the one muscle memory I have from the first test session and try to use that to get either just a safe pit entry, try to pit with my teammates or manufacturer teammates because staying in a pack is important at these super speedway races. So yeah, just gotta just pit together. Don't speed. Don't make a mistake. Just yeah, that's about it.
All right then. Well, thank you for your time, Karinga, and good luck. That's Core for IR Motorsports starting on the pole. I'll go ahead and rejoin VC.
Thank you.
Next driver to get an interview. We'll interview two more guys. First two guys to say the letter R. System and Robloxian. All right then. Two older drivers. System the older of the two. Driving for Sled Job Danny Racing in the 71, which back in Season 4 was Aiden's old number. Aiden, a previous winner at the Talladega Superspeedway. System, how are you feeling today? You're muted.
I feel pretty all right. I like the qualifying position we're in.
All right, then mid-pack, you are decently. You're a little bit ahead of the bulk of your manufacturer, but you're in a pretty good spot. You're surrounded by a lot of people you're familiar with. How confident do you feel in this spot to start off, and what are you really expecting early on in today's race?
I'm gonna be honest. I feel pretty confident with people behind me. I feel like they could work together and try to take the lead. But honestly, in the position I'm in right now, I don't feel entirely good because knowing people will try to make dumb moves and just wreck the entire field for no reason.
Right, then Ally, Daystrike, or anything for System?
No, I think I'm not really sure, but I don't really have anything.
All
He
right.
described the situation pretty well.
All right, then. Fair enough. Well, thank you for your time, System, and good luck from your mid-pack starting position today. Hope to see more of you throughout the race.
Hopefully.
Go ahead and rejoin VC. We're going to end off with an interview with driver of the 93 for IR Motorsports. That's Robloxian. Looking at some of these new drivers. Ship in the 48 for IR Motorsports. Rich in the 77. He's making his return. He's racing for Island Motorsport Garage, formed out of the ashes of Savage Motorsports. Now, as we interview Robloxian, he has a win with IR Motorsports, although that was in the 88 subbing for Red at St. Pete. But he is a winner, and now he has his own car with the team, and he's starting today in Talladega, towards the back, but with his manufacturer teammates. How are you doing today, Robloxian?
Pretty good.
Alright. Well, you're starting towards the back of the field, but some drivers are able to see that as a good thing. They're staying out of the trouble early on. How are you feeling about that, and which side are you on?
Um. Uh. Pay dividends, and when the opportunity makes itself, I definitely plan on making my way to the front.
Alright then. I believe you have two teammates today in the 48 of Ship and the 24 of Core. They're a little bit up there, but I mean, you're only just about a row behind that 48. Do you think you'll be able to get linked up with them and possible other allies like the 10, the 9, the 77, the 16, all of these guys, and make your way up to the front with Karinga?
Oh, I have no doubt that we'll be able to get linked up. Definitely a lot of fresh new teammates, but I've raced these guys in fellow leagues like Ship. They're good drivers, so I expect we'll be able to work well together and try to make our way to the front.
Alright then. Ally, Daystrike, or anything for our last interview of pre-race?
Robloxian, after Or starting in the back, what is your strategy for making your way up to the front if you're in that situation late?
I think it's gonna be well, I didn't get much practice unfortunately, but I feel like it's gonna be whoever gets to that outside lane first. If you're leading that line, I think you can make a charge to that to the whoever's leading the inside, and I think you can take the lead. To be honest, if you have the help, which I mean, looking at the Chevy numbers, I think we could. I could do it. So
Absolutely. Thank you for your time.
thank you.
Alright, go ahead and rejoin VC. 60 laps of action, stages 15, 15, and 30 for today's Fanta 156 at Talladega. We have a 12-car field lined up to take on this 33-degree banked monster of a track. The most sensitive cars to spinning I believe we've ever had this season, so there is a chance at the big one. And, many other things to pay attention to in that regard. I'll TP you guys. Oh, you guys got it. Okay. We have not seen a blowover yet at a super speedway race. Do we see it today? What do you guys think, Striker Ally?
Well, I wasn't here for the warm-up, so I don't know how much the cars are sensitive to spinning or getting light, but I do feel like it would definitely be a chance for it today. As always with any super speedway race that we go to.
I was here for warm-ups, and I think we don't see a car. I don't think we see a car get air today. During warm-ups, I saw the cars were definitely sticking to the ground more than I thought more than I thought they would be. So,
Yeah. All right then. Without any further to do, then a first driver to say the following letter in chat gets to do the command. I don't know if you typed the right one because it got tagged. All right, it's gonna be ship. All right. Alright then, well, without any further ado, here from the Talladega Superspeedway, please welcome longtime friend, Rookie of the Year contender in the 48 for IR Motorsports, Ship, for the most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines.
12 engines fired up here from the Talladega Superspeedway. Rich has temporarily gone AFK, so we'll wait for him to get in his car before we get started. In the meantime, to shorten the pace laps before we get going, let's go ahead and cover our starting lineup. We'll go row by row. It'll be in the order of me, Ally, and then Daystriker all the way down. In row 1, we have the 24 of Coringa for IR Motorsports. That Ipiranga Chevrolet is looking fast today. And to his outside is DB in the 3, making his first race in PRA in just a little bit. He's in the 3 car for Island Motorsports Garage. Still sponsored by JBL, though. Let's see what he can do.
in row 2, we have the number 21 Mobile One machine of Aiden and the number 71 Air Jordan machine of System.
In row number 3, we have the 99 Ford of Napa and the 16 Oreo Ritz Chevrolet of Aria.
And behind Aria is Ship in the 48 for IR Motorsports, making his debut in the Peak Racing Association with the most prestigious team in the league statistically. And then with their ally, that's once again an IMG car, Rich in the 77.
On the next row, we have the 25 of Levi and the 93 of Robloxian.
And rounding out the field today is the number 10 of Cubed and the number 9 of Storm in the Starbucks Chevrolet.
12 cars, 60 laps here in Talladega. And it all starts with this. Change all laps, -1. Make sure you set your numbers. And pace speed is 90 miles an hour. Pace single file. Use standard roll-off procedure. There's always the chance of exciting moments at Talladega. In Season 1, not much to talk about. In Season 2, we saw a flip and a photo finish. In Season 3, 3 cars flipped in one wreck. And in Season 4, we saw both stages end in photo finishes. 3 wide photo finishes at that. What happens today in the 2.66 mile Superspeedway is left for us to see tonight. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, roughly. We thank all of you for being here to enjoy the Fanta 156.
Crimson, I saw you talking about some package changes, and I mean, you said they were good, I think.
Oh,
I'm not
yes.
quite sure.
So, the package has gone under many tweaks over the course of this season thus far, and currently the Superspeedway package has shown consistent 2 to 3 wide racing, multiple rows deep for up to 10 laps, possibly even more. So I'm expecting a great show here today in Talladega. Speed glitches from seasons past have been solved. Alright, it is, the last season we had blowovers before this season was Season 3, Core. Alright, GTT. Green this time from Talladega.
The sun is beating down here in Alabama as we get ready for 60 laps around this 2.6 mile monster of a racetrack. You gotta have some balls to race here.
These 12 drivers are ready to take on this 2.66 mile cathedral of speed. We're expecting to see speeds of upwards of 200 miles an hour on the high side. Once a lane gets formed up there, how early do they dip out of line? That is one of the questions we would need to see early on in the runs. And if they do dip out of line extremely early, how long can they keep it there? That is one of the main things that these drivers want to make sure they can do, as one tiny mistake on a super speedway can lead to big trouble in a flash of light.
Yep. Inside lane on the apron, outside lane right above. So I want left side tires painting the line if you're on the outside. Double up here out of 4. And watch the ticker for the green flag. And for Season 5, the second to last race of the first half of the season, the Fanta 156 at Talladega is underway.
Green flag at Talladega.
Stay silent. Coming into the tri-oval, IR Motorsports and IMG control the first 4 positions, and then an LFR car in cubed graphics. The field is for the most part single-filed out up front. I believe there's only a few cars side by side in the back, and just as I say that, 3 wide in the third row.
Storm went from last to 4th in 1 lap because of so many drivers getting shuffled out, but now he himself has gotten shuffled out. He will lead the outside lane. Contact between the 16 and 71 as Arya tries to move down to the bottom.
The main challenge early on for these drivers is going to be trying to figure out just how loyal to their lanes they should be. A lot of drivers don't like to stay loyal to the lane, and they don't ever see that outside lane develop. And that was what plagued Daytona. But now, they've had 2 Superspeedway races under their belt. I wonder if we'll see that second lane able to perform here in Talladega, and it looks like it is as they go 3 wide for second place.
Rich
Now
gets
the
shoveled out
Go
to
ahead.
the middle. Core now shoveled out to the middle as well. I saw the middle lane trying to form up earlier, but it just never happened. Still 2 lanes here, and Robloxian
Four wide.
goes to the inside of system. The
4 wide
outside,
first.
still out the front.
3 wide for the race lead through turns 3 and 4 as we come to complete lap number 4. Or lap number 3, my bad. Here they come. And now the 93 leads the field and will lead the 3rd lap at Talladega.
Robloxian in the 93 for IR Motorsports. He gets that lap done. Look at that surge from the middle up to the top from Varia in the 16.
And the outside lanes just fall back. That's interesting, to say the least. As some contact between the 9 and the 71. 71 gets shoved up to the middle, and during turn 3, Robloxian almost
gets shuffled up.
by Ship.
As we watch now, still, I believe, the top 3 clear on the bottom lane in Talladega. Robloxian leading a train of 4 Chevrolets up front, and then it's 2 Fords. I believe those are the teammates, the 99 of Napa and the 21 of Aiden. And right as I say that, look at Aiden all the way up to the top 3 wide.
3 wide for second as the 21 gets shuffled out. The 71, no help behind him. The outside lane is going to falter. The middle line, and they're going to about go 4 wide, not quite. And the 93 still leads after a big block in turn 1.
Down into turn number 3. IR Motorsports cars still 1-2. DB in 3rd. He is going to look up to the top as Ship looks to the bottom of Robloxian.
Robloxian makes contact with the 3. The 10 will jump down and go with the 93 here. Storm 4th on the bottom, trying to look under the 77, no space. As the inside lane gets very squirrely, the 77 dips below the apron for a split second, no foul. And now he'll shift the 25 to the high side and he'll get shuffled out. The 48 now leads at Talladega.
And I'm seeing... Go ahead.
The outside line just absolutely fell back. We have a new leader. That is Rich. Ship gets shoved up the racetrack. Rich pushed by Storm.
Storm now trying to shuffle the 77 out. It's not going to work this time.
Now I'm wondering if some of this, like, back of the field especially, is collectively deciding it might be better to just stick back and stay off each other and log laps. It's not early enough to be fighting this hard, because we're seeing the 24, 10, 3, 93, 25, and 48 all staying off of each other for the most part. Just as I say that, Karinga looks up to the middle lane, or I guess in this case the top, trying to get something on Varia, but there is no help. Here comes that outside lane. Now they're starting to get organized.
System will jump up to the top. Only 4 cars remain on the very bottom lane. And it's Rich, Storm, DB, and Robloxian. His System jumps back down to the bottom, as well as the 48 here of Ship. And Rich will lead lap number 7.
Watch lane sharing, guys.
If people want to form up 3 wide here, they can definitely do that really quickly. You just got to get a few guys involved. The inside lane is running away like earlier, but eventually you're going to get some guys that want to come up the racetrack, and that's going to form that second line. But the inside still seems like the best to me.
And right as you
now they're
say
just trying to
that,
log laps as DB jumps up, as well as Robloxian. The 25 will also go up to the high side as here, down the front straightaway into the tri-oval system. And now they're going to go 3 wide. Middle lane with only 3 cars as Karinga jumps there. The inside still looking to be the most preferred.
And
And
look
they're
at
nearly
this
all-
3 wide racing. Now down to 2 as the inside edge is ahead, and they're going to slide up in front of that middle lane, try and get a run, and whoa, that results in 3 wide for the lead, and they're all stacking up. Whoa!
Oh, huge
Oh lord.
40.
Oh, they're 4 wide for a split second.
Back out if you don't feel
And now
comfortable, guys.
Storm. Oh,
Nearly 5. Oh my
4 wide
goodness.
again. 5. And now Storm leading the inside lane. He'll lead the race.
It is.
Here comes
it is
Ship to the high side.
Is getting nerve-wracking here at the front. It's lots of contacts. 3, nearly 4 lanes. They're almost 5 wide at one point. Lots of going below the double yellow. Here comes Napa going up to the
He'll
outside.
lead
We're
the
just getting a
middle.
big shot to the inside of Storm.
And you see that outside lane still fighting hard down the Talladega super stretch.
Levi stuck in the middle with no help as he got shuffled out by the 10. Now Storm gonna get maybe no. They're 4 wide, back down to 3. All trying to crowd the bottom 2 lanes. No one daring to go up to the lane right next to the outside wall.
Watch the lane sharing, please, guys.
Whoa, lots of contact further back up the 16 and the 48, hitting the inside line. The outside falling further back as now.
Rich
Storm-
will shuffle Storm.
Wow. Rich is going to the lead. Back to the lead, actually, in Talladega.
Storm shuffled down to 5th, but now the middle lane just got a new driver leading it. Here comes DB, who also jumps to the high side. He Robloxian tried to get up in front of him, couldn't quite do it. DB gonna challenge Rich for the lead in the middle.
And DB has that help. Rich tries to block, but he can't quite make it stick. 3 wide for the race lead here onto the front straightaway.
Robloxian shuffled Rich to the middle and will probably lead this lap. Yes, as he has help from Levi and Arya. Cube tried to charge up through the middle, but not quite able to do so. Now Rich will get shuffled down to the back. Levi trying to shuffle Robloxian out of line in turn 2, but Cube is able to help him get back up to the front. They're going to go 4
Back
wide.
out, Core.
Core has to drop back. Robloxian still leads, getting a push from the 1 Toyota in the field. That's Levi, and the inside is starting to run away. Yet again, we've seen this before. Eventually the top 2 lanes kind of fade away, but here comes DB trying to make something work on that second lane.
No help.
You guys remember how Storm got shuffled to the back about a lap ago? He's already back up to 4th place, right behind Ship on the inside lane. He'll jump up, it looks like, to the high side, get forced out by Ship with contact, and now System will have to push the 9 car back to the front.
And
This-
it looks like the 4-lane just went a bit too low there. Had to come back up the racetrack.
In general, there's just not enough cars up there on the top, and they're not staying loyal enough to that top lane to make it work right now. And so that
It was
bottom
gonna
lane
be
just
Levi
can...
who shuffled out Robloxian. Robloxian gets back down to the bottom, and Arya's gonna shuffle out Ship.
Watch the talking over each other, please. And did Storm hit the limiter? Looks like he didn't. Alright, we're chilling.
They're 3 wide in the back.
Anywho, as I was saying, I've noticed it's just pretty consistently the middle lane, the top lane, whatever lane is trying to make that advantage just doesn't have enough cars, and even if it does have enough cars, a lot of them don't stay loyal enough, and that lane fades away really quickly. And so right now, this bottom lane is the lane to be. Core back out. Thank you.
4 has to drop to the very back again after being shuffled onto the apron. Into turn 3, Storm is going to shuffle out Rich, and now Storm is already back up to 2nd after being shuffled to the back earlier on.
The inside lane with most of the cars in the field right now. There's a lot of bumps on this racetrack, and one thing that I think kills the outside line is there's a bump entering turn number 3 as we see Levi back up, but there's a bump in turn 3 that I think could potentially be slowing that outside line down. Storm gets shuffled up to the outside.
Now here's something to note. Sorry to interrupt you. It's the white flag in stage 1!
Oh,
Robloxian getting pushed by DB, who's also getting pushed by Core, who had to drop to the back. Ship is going to shuffle Core out of line on the inside. Here comes the inside lane. No help for Core. Rich is going to jump up a little bit. He'll get shuffled out of line. DB is going to look to the high side with no help. Ship on a last-second charge. DB getting pushed by Ship. And Robloxian as DB goes around. Robloxian will win stage number 1. Aria's also around. And Core. 3 cars crash at the end of stage number 1 at Talladega.
The first crash of the race comes on a guaranteed caution.
Man, and it happened at the end of a stage as well. Everyone fighting for stage points. No, not very many people are happy here after the end of stage number 1.
And stage points, they really matter earlier on in this season. So I could see why everyone would be racing so hard like that.
Alright. Pits are open here in Talladega. I'd expect to see the whole field come in.
I would as well. The 48. Yes, the entire field comes in.
Aria, you will be sent to the back. Passing is not legal under caution entering pit road.
The 48 did slow down a whole heck of a lot. I will say that. I don't think it was on Aria.
Regardless.
Now the 93 slides through his box. He'll have to back up. The 10 almost slides through his box. A lot of the field sliding through their boxes.
99 will be sent to the back for obstructing a pit stop.
The 93 is going to hit the 25 on ice. He goes way out wide. It's going to come to a stop. Aria's going to hit one. And there goes the 93. All the way to the back of the field.
Because I made it so it doesn't do that, Core.
Drama off the end of pit road. 93 goes way up wide. Robloxian has to go all the way to the back. It's just unfortunate to see that. Core, your pole sitter, is back in first.
16, remember you're to the back, thank you.
I believe this is the first or second time he's led since taking the green flag.
Let the 99 by you, Aria. Not 99, 93. Napa, you are behind Aria. Napa.
Base tracker, don't you have to be going soon? Or was it like
Yes,
later?
in 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Robloxian, you are ahead of the 16.
This stage going to be quite a bit shorter. I think it's going to be about 13 or 12 laps because of
Pacing.
So this is going to be very interesting. Could see some strategy here, actually.
Could see a flip in the stage.
Not sure about that.
Alright,
Well, not
it
like
is GTT.
not like a car getting air, not a car getting in the air, but like flipping the pit strategy.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Getting toward the end to have a larger tank at the start of the next stage, or more fuel in the tank at the start of the stage.
I could see some people just flat out staying out, trying to use a different air. I don't know if that would work because you're gonna
Someone has started and parked. I believe that is Rich in the 77 car.
So we
correct.
have one less car in this field. I think it's 11. Yeah, it's 11 now. So I don't know if staying out at the end of the stage would necessarily work because you are gonna have to make a pit stop in stage 3 that might come with like 10 laps to go in the race. It's just gonna be interesting to see how it plays out here at Talladega.
Yeah, alright. Coming to the green flag for stage number 2. Karinga, DB, Aiden, and Storm. Your top 4 single file restarts. Karinga controls the restart here in Talladega. We'll be restarting with 12 laps to go in the stage. Stage 2 of the Fanta 156 is underway. Across the line to begin lap 19, still single file, few cars peak, one car may be out of line further back, that's Robloxian, and Aiden now to the top. You gotta go?
No, I'm asking the league owner to ping me when there's like 2 or 3 cars left to qualify.
Okay.
Now, Core still leading as we come to complete lap 1 under green of stage number 2.
And the field right now staying in a line. Honestly, right now, that's a pretty fair idea. Stay in a line, don't make moves, stay off each other's bumpers. That's a great strategy. You can save some fuel doing that too, and maybe shift the entire strategy of today's race.
Try to log laps, make sure everyone stays clean right up until the end of the stage, and then dogfight for more points.
What I was gonna say is, I'm not seeing a lot of staying off the bumper.
Yeah, no, they're all
yeah.
on each other's bumpers right now.
Seen a lot of aggressive pushing. One push goes wrong, and you're straight to the back of this field, lest you can get a ton of cars up on the outside.
I think the
And
back
now
of the
the
field's starting
three-
to get like that kind of idea, staying back, logging laps. Look at those 3 cars dropping a little bit away from the field.
The 3 car just got shuffled of DB. He just got shuffled by System. And now Aria to the bottom.
Aria, TTB, I saw that.
Oof. Unfortunate. Now System to the back bumper of Core. He'll look to the high side, look and tuck back in. No run yet. Seeing a couple more cars dropping off of the back of this main pack, although not too far. They're trying to stay in the draft as they pick up Storm, who gets shuffled up to the high side.
And this
And
might be the start of that second lane if they can all get formed up and stay loyal to that second lane. But right now, seems like they're pretty wishy-washy about that. They're not sure if they want to or not. And so that back of the field's going to be double file and going a lot slower than this first part of the field. And you're already kind of seeing it start to pull those 2 bits apart.
Eventually, I think there's going to be sort of a breakaway to the point where the cars in the back, they can form an outside line and charge the front, but it's not enough yet. Only 2 cars in that outside line. Levi's going to drop back. The whole field drops back. Whoa! Here comes the outside line. System to the lead. I don't know what happened there. Really, I just don't know.
And,
The whole field backed up.
yeah, and then once that
Now
happened, you see
System
now,
drop.
whoa! They almost wrecked, but they
Oh,
keep
they're
it straight,
4 wide.
and they're 4 wide down the front stretch.
Storm, the only car up on the very outside lane, as System will drop down in front of Core right as they exited the tri-oval to confirm that he is now the race leader.
Varia takes the time to go up to that middle lane, but backs it up, and now they're 3 wide. Cubed has to abort the middle and go to the low lane. That's going to hurt their efforts, as now that entire high side once again falls back apart. System retains the
gets
lead
shuffled out.
as he gets almost shoved out of line by that 99.
Oh, a lot of shuffling going on there.
Levi nearly wrecks as he gets shuffled on again. Whoa! I thought Aria was about to go around back in the pack. 1d4 of 60 laps complete. Time to go in the stage. Napa nearly shuffled out. Pushes
We're
Storm back
almost-
up the track. Here they come! The outside is pushing aggressively, and Storm nearly gets to the lead.
Outside gonna have a couple more cars helping it get up to the front now. The field is about even. Now the 21 gets shuffled to the
Whoa.
middle. Robloxian gonna get shuffled to the high side. Cubed will jump up. Middle lane maybe trying to get going. Core gets The 21 shuffled out. And not much help happening on the outside. They are staying up close to second. And here they come. A big surge with Storm leading the outside lane.
They're trying to get it started up there, but it's just really difficult. And they're going a little bit too low. Like you see, Storm in the 9, he's not gaining any kind of high line. He's not getting any kind of advantage. Because remember, these cars don't have side draft, and for good reason, to keep each other off each other's quarter panels. But staying that low, he's not getting that middle lane boost, and that's not helping him at all. That's another one of the reasons, other than to avoid wrecks, that squeezing lanes really doesn't gain you anything.
A lot of cars staying away from the inside now, but they're going to fall back. The inside line, still the superior line. It's Napa, Aria, Levi, and Ship, the top 4, and then System makes their top 5, I think.
Yes, System, Core, now everyone back down to the bottom. No one quite staying loyal to the outside lane as System shuffles Ship to the high side.
I think it would be smart if they could just keep it here and have 2 cars, 3 cars under the double yellow. 2 of them will back out.
Oh, Aria looks to the high side or just got shuffled out. Core gets shuffled to the high side. As they're going to back out. Storm will jump to the high side. Robloxian with him. They're going to go 3 wide for 6th. And Core will jump back down to the bottom as well as Robloxian.
Core is reporting that Napa is apparently braking.
He's braking to try to keep the field behind him. He's trying to park it on the bottom. As System gets shuffled out.
If the outside gets any run, or whoa, cute! And Napa make a ton of contact in turns 1 and 2, but if the top side gets going, then Napa's gonna have to put the pedal to the metal and start really going crazy cute with the front on the outside.
No help for the 10 on the top. Your front row sitters, DB and Core, just switched order, but they're in 2nd and 3rd. Gonna have to figure out a way around the 99th Mobile 1-4.
I mean, they're gonna need to find some helpers that will go with them on the outside. There's a row of 4.
Shuffles. It was 5.
Yeah, and then Ship got shuffled out. Thank you for that. That was actually cool. I mean, I kind of see Napa braking here. There was one corner where I could definitely see. He backed down to 1.
He's tapping it. I'm watching the telemetry. He is tapping the brake a little bit. But I don't see many issues. It is keeping him out front, so for him it is working, and it might actually be saving him a little bit of fuel.
Yeah. Race control policy at the moment is that if it is not causing any kind of wrecks, if it's not being overly aggressive, by its definition, it will not be illegal. However, if that condition changes at any one point, it will be told to the driver that he can no longer do that, and if he continues, it will then be penalizable.
Man, it has been a strange day for Levi. He keeps getting shuffled out, and then number 25, Coca-Cola Toyota. Now Aria shuffled out, and we're coming to the white flag in stage number 2. Napa leads.
Coming towards 2.66 miles left in the second stage for Napa in the 99. He's trying to win stage 2, but he has hungry Chevrolets behind him. 1 lap to go in stage 2, and this is also the halfway lap. The winner of stage 2, instead of 3, would get 4 points. This is a big deal. Napa in the lead, Core in second.
I will say, for the 25, it does hurt to have no manufacturer teammates and no teammates at all in this one. Everyone being super aggressive. Here comes the rest of the field. Core, can he step out, and will System drive up there with him? If he does, how far up do they get? Through the tri-oval, final time in stage 2 to also get a halfway bonus. Core's gonna look to the high side. No help, System! Second! Barely, and they just about wreck. The 9 goes sideways and spins in turn 2.
my favorite board game, Hungry Hungry Chevrolets.
For real.
Napa just had control of that field, gets 4 extra points added to his total. That is going to help. Not sure exactly where he sits right now and can't exactly check, but it's good for him.
Alright, pits are open this time for the end of Stage 2 caution. We have had no incident cautions thus far. A very clean race for Talladega standards to begin the third and final stage, the final 30 laps here tonight. And I think Napa just sped into pits.
He might have, as pit road speed is 55. I don't see a penalty marker on here.
It does not show the penalty. It will give a penalty on the pit box. It'll say serving penalty. There's 4 levels. 1, 2, 3, and 4, each one going up by 5 seconds. Level 1 is 5, level 4 is 20.
I'll watch Napa's pit box for a penalty level, if it is given. I don't think I see one.
You might be a bit too far away.
Let me check.
He did
real
not
quick.
get a speeding
No
penalty. He's fine.
No penalty.
That first pit box for
very lucky for the number 99 Ford.
That first pit box for Core is definitely helping out. He gets up to second, gaining 1 position, but that's still track position. It still matters.
System will drop 6 spots as he goes from 2nd to 8th out of pit road.
Napa told Cube to go high, but the Core says single file, so that's interesting radio stuff.
Very much so.
And now Napa's trying to say something. Cole's Core dumb, and the Core says he didn't want to hear it. This is peak comedy.
Alright then. Green this time, single file restarts. Napa will lead the field to the green. He goes anytime in the restart zone. Nobody may accelerate before him. He is the control car. And I can hear the engines and I can see the speed, so...
I just realized that AR
hold
teammate.
on. Stage 3 in Talladega is underway. Another late stop from Napa, and nice job jumping the entire rest of the field.
Green flag. The field is separated. Now all back together. All formed up single file on the inside lane. The 25 gets shuffled out yet again very early on into the stage as we have 28 laps to go.
What I was gonna say is that I realized that the 99 and the 21 teammates, they really like running matching paint schemes.
Huh. Yeah, this is their Talladega scheme. And I believe before Indy got replaced, it was going to be their Indy scheme as well. Not quite sure, though. And
a couple cars jump up to the high side. We've got 4, maybe 5, but no, they are not all together and very unorganized.
This is the same problem that we've been talking about all day. This is the same problem drivers are complaining about. People want to go up top, but then they don't stay committed to the top and it fails. If you want to get the top going, you got to give it about a lap, maybe up to 2 laps before it really gets going, and you got to stick with it. If you ditch it instantly, won't get you anywhere, and you'll be stuck in the back the whole time. As we see now, a decently formed up top side, 1 car in the middle, that's the 71 of System. He is going to drop down to the bottom.
6 cars, maybe 7? No, 6 cars on the high side. Now they really are trying to stay committed to it as we are still side by side. The inside lane does get a little bit of run early on into the corner, but here comes Robloxian up on the high side.
It still isn't exactly working. That top lane, 5 cars.
Oh
on the
no, it's
inside
working.
I see it working. Here comes Robloxian side by side for the lead with the outside lane working now. Now the outside looks to be up to full speed as Robloxian gets shuffled out. They might go 3 wide as Storm trying to find his way back in, 4 wide for a moment, but not quite.
And that's the problem. They don't stay linked up with each other very well, and it just throws their entire line out of balance instantly.
Horrendous block by Nappa, trying
And he'll
to
get
push
shuffled
forward
3.
now.
He got shuffled 3, not quite. 4 wide for a second.
As Vic takes
now-
action to back out. Watching this top side focused on cubed graphics in the 10. Let's watch his telemetry.
Looks to be and I'm on board with the 99 of Napa. He looks to be running about full throttle the entire track as he gets shuffled out. Everyone now down to the bottom.
Why is
And-
Stevie down there?
The out. Another thing with the outside is that if the leader of that outside lane gets shuffled out, it basically sends the rest of the lane packing. So it's a bit harder to control that outside than that inside.
And I'm wondering if this is a situation like Season 4 in which it's better not to even try that middle line and for it to just be the top, like the very top, and the bottom. And that's how they're going to get 2 lanes working. It gets a person wondering.
I gotta go. I will see you in the next one.
Alright, see you, Daystriker.
Unfortunate.
And, I mean, it gets a person thinking. Maybe they need to just go all the way up to the top if they want to make the top work.
Yeah. I think they could do what they do in real life, try to just go all the way to the top, just avoid any other cars, but this happens. You can see what's happening right now. They go too high, some guys want to go low, and the lane just, it's gone. And now everybody's back down to the inside, apart from Cubed and Aiden. Oh, and also Storm, he just came in frame.
Alrighty then. Well, lap 38 coming to lap 39 here in the virtual Talladega Motor Speedway. Some fuel saving, but mostly full bore throughout this race. The field's mostly single file. Let's go ahead and give you a short crank it up. And caution comes out for the first time today in the virtual Talladega Motor Speedway. We saw we saw Arya in the 16 sliding down the front straightaway.
To get the first lead
Repeat
change.
that. I didn't unmute you. I made a mistake.
Oh, sorry. Levi, as you saw on the outside, was trying to make, I'm pretty sure, the first lead change of the race from the outside specifically. We've seen plenty on the inside. And it didn't work as the caution came out there.
Pits open.
They tripled up near the start-finish line on the race back. Just a quick question. What happened to the team that DB was on? Why is he on a different team now?
Savage Motorsports got dissolved. DB took ownership of the team as per a deal previously drafted between him and previous team owner Savage. He took over the team, rebranded it, changed the numbers around, and signed Rich.
I'm gonna assume that I shouldn't ask what happened to Savage.
Yep. As the field tries to get themselves situated, a not good stop for the 3. That's gonna cost him.
And you see that first pit box for Corp, playing out perfect. What am I saying? Doing good for Corp. Yet again, Levi up into
Get
second.
on the track, Core.
Robloxian loses 2 positions on pit road, and I believe that's the last pit stop for the race. Probably.
I believe so. Alright. Well, 20 laps to go. It's going to be a little close, but I think with some fuel saving, they'll definitely make it.
How about we make some picks to win this race? I'm gonna go with Levi. Early in this race, he got continuously shuffled out. He got shuffled out so many times. It is bizarre.
Stop, Core. GTT.
But now he's in second, and I think he can win it.
I'm going to go with Ship. He's been in the back a lot of the race, but when it counts, I think he can get to the front. And without a doubt, and honestly, I mean, we've seen him up front at the start of these races. And green flag is back out as I say that, but I think that Ship is going to be a contender at the end of this thing. If he plays his cards right, he'll be there at the end.
The full field single file. I think that System shuffled up on the outside. He is going to fall back, and the field holding the inside pretty good. Off the corners, you see a lot of the shuffling as some people let up, some people stay on that yellow line. And it's interesting to see. Nobody tries the outside yet into turn 3.
Lap 42 of 60 underway. Honestly, right now, I'd say it's the this is the best time to do a little bit of saving and make sure you can definitely make it on fuel.
I could see some people jumping to the outside, not being shuffled out, but trying to fall back, save some fuel, make sure that try to put themselves in a better position for later in the race. There were 3 wide for the lead. Levi up the try. That is going to be yet another shuffling out for him. Robloxian doesn't go with the middle lane, and that's good, just gonna kill it. They have no chance. Whoa! Contact with the IR cars further back. I think at least, it was Ship who made contact with the 93 Robloxian.
Not quite sure, but honestly, I'd say still right now best time to save fuel of the race. Like I'm sure the field can make it on fuel, but it's close. It's uncomfortably close. This is right about on the. We went green right about on the fuel window. I'd say right now is a great time to save fuel and ensure you can make it. Because right now, it's a bit too close for comfort if I was in one of these cars right now.
Entering turn number 3. There are 4 cars now, 5 on that outside lane with Robloxian. They're going to get disconnected, and they're going to go all the way to the back. Levi jumps up to the outside lane to fall back, I guess.
Field once again getting in a train. But this isn't one of those typical fuel-saving trains. It's more of a train of just everyone wants to be on the bottom. If this was a fuel-saving train, they'd be spaced out from each other.
I did see Port, sorry, lifting. He kind of hit the brakes, just a bit off of turn number 2. I'm gonna watch him off turn 4, see what he does. He stays gassed up this time. Contact made with the 3. I thought the 3 almost got to his inside. I guess it was just a push.
Yeah, no, nothing happened.
Now there's contact though.
Not
The
really.
3 gets shoved. I mean, he got shoved to the inside under the double yellow.
Okay.
That's not what I said. I mean, it could just been both of them
Okay.
turn.
Into turn 3. Karinga in the 24 continues to lead the way with 15 laps to go in the Talladega Superspeedway. We see one single car up there. That's Ship in the 48. Gets picked up by his IR Motorsports teammate, but they're not going anywhere right now.
Core, who is in control of this race, as DB gets shuffled up to the outside. I saw him get off the gas in the corners, and now Cube's gonna get to the inside, but will it stick? Yes, it will! Cube, still leading this race.
The other yellow car. As we see down the back straightaway and into turn 3. Field still, for the most part, single filed out. As Karinga got shuffled out to the back of the field right there. But still, for the most part, this field keeping it nice and clean. Get off the apron, thank you. And they're taking their time. Lap 48 of 60 now underway in the Fanta 156. Napa, please go TTB. You went under the line and then just shoved your way back up. That's not legal. Yes, you could have, Napa. It's called backing out.
Still single file system shoved up. Or he could have gone up by himself, not really sure. He's gonna go to the back. I mean, I assume he was shoved up, but whatever. Levi, again, moving to it in the field in second. Nobody's making a move right now.
And
But you
look
don't
at
need
Napa
to-
and Aiden. Those cars linked up. Those are teammates for Race Alpine Racing. We'll see what they can do as they get squirrely up front. But they managed to straighten it out and keep it clean.
So either I'm seeing things or Aria went under the line in turn 1. I'm probably just seeing things.
Please don't officiate for me.
Yeah, I get. Yeah.
As Cubed in the 10 continues to lead the way out of 4, coming to 11 laps to go. What do you say we try that crank it up again? I'll take that as a yes. See you after this quick crank it up. With 9 laps to go here in Talladega, time is counting down. And Cubed Graphics in the 10 is still leading the way. And we saw still this field, for the most part, single filed out. We'll see what happens as these laps wind down. We might see some guys start to go up to that bottom and try stuff out again. We'll just have to see. The 10 car for Lightning Fast Racing is chasing his first career win, as is System in the 71, the 48, and the 48 of Ship. First car in the running order that is not seeking his first career win and is seeking his second, that is Robloxian. Ally, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, and a caution is out. Someone reset character.
There's one around further back. I can't tell who it is.
I'm not sure what happened, but something happened, and I'm not sure quite what. I think that was Storm? No, Levi. Where's Storm?
Last time I saw Storm, he was entering pit road for whatever reason. Under Crank It Up, I think.
Interesting. Alright then. Seems that was Levi. Levi disconnected. I'm guessing he had to go. So, that brings out the second incident caution of the day here in Talladega. Pit road is open. And I think this time we're going to see a split strategy. I think we're going to see some of the guys in the front staying out, but the guys in the back who have nothing to lose, they're going to come in and pit, make sure they get that fuel security. But we'll see. Pit stops. This is going to get interesting.
What's the overtime rule?
What?
I think Levi just... What's the overtime rule? I forgot.
Unlimited overtime attempts.
Okay. Yeah, Levi just left VC, so he probably had to go do something.
Alright then. The 93, 48, and 9 come in. That's 2 IR cars and a Lightning Fast Racing car. Take note of that. 93, 48, 9. They'll all make their way into pit road. Cubed Graphics will be leading them to a late race restart.
The Robloxian is gonna end up hitting Ship.
Will be 4 or 5 laps to go on the restart. I'm expecting these final laps to be chaotic. This is what Talladega is all about.
I feel like it's either gonna be that or people decide to be calm for just a bit longer, then they go bonkers.
Yep. GTT. Cubed Graphics will lead the field to the green flag in his number 10 Nesquik LFR Chevrolet Camaro, followed by his LFR teammate, that's Aria, the 71 of System, the 24 of Core, and Napa in the 99, your 2-time PRA champion. Coming to the green flag, we'll be watching the telemetry of the 10. For 5 laps to go at Talladega. If we get another caution, it'll bring us to overtime. We have unlimited attempts. Green flag, we're back underway in the Fanta 156. 5 to go.
With a very good jump. Arya comes back to him. They're gonna stay single file for now. And Cube's shuffled out.
Cube's shuffled out. This is the time. Do any of his Chevrolet partners come and pick him up? There's the 9. He comes to pick him up. The 3, the 21. An entire second lane just formed in Talladega, and they're charging to the front. System in the 71. Aria in the 16. DB in the 3. He's looking in the middle.
Here he comes. He won the Clash. He's trying to do it again in a plate track. In the actual season this time.
3 to go. 3 wide for the lead with 4 laps to go.
Oh, DB just hit a bump that could kill the outside line. Contact is made. DB's gonna go to the outside, and it is killed.
Nope, they're still up to speed. They're still up to speed. If they stay loyal, they can get it back going again. No, they're gonna get down to the bottom line. System, back out. You're on the apron. And Aria is now in the lead, and they're sliding further back. We stay green. Coming to 3 laps to go.
Aria is the leader. Is this her first race? I haven't seen her race before, actually.
She's Vic
Oh.
from season 4. Yeah. So she won Richmond last season, and now she's chasing down Talladega. 3 laps to go. LFR, IR, IMG, IMG, IR, and IR on the bottom. That's a lot of Chevrolet. Put a sled job car in there as well. Coming towards 2 to go at the 2.66 mile super speedway. The field still single file.
And we're gonna see a second lane queue up. I mean, I assume it's gonna be soon. I mean, they can queue up fast, but I don't think they're gonna wait till the final lap. Here we go, 2 laps to go. In Talladega, Robloxian shuffled up to the outside. Storm inherits that second place position. Aria still has the field on.
Stop squeezing, Robloxian. That doesn't help you at all.
Ship, I think, stuck on the inside. He's gonna have to back out entering turn number 3. Storm is shuffled out. Nearly, yes, he is. DB into P2. Aria's gonna take him to the white flag.
Here we go, out of turn 4. Coming to the white flag in Talladega. This is what it's all about. No overtime today, ladies and gentlemen. This one is official. White flag presented by Debit2 Bank. Next flag ends the race, and that's going to be the checkered. Aria in the 16 for Lightning Fast Racing, her team. She's trying to score their first win since season 4 with DB. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Does anyone peel out? Karinga looks. He is down to the apron. He is to back out. No, he gets back in line. They're fine. Here comes System. It's going to be close. They're double file. Here in Talladega. Aria, System, through the tri-oval for the final time. It's looking like it's going to be Aria. Unless the outside can do anything, it's not going to be enough. Aria wins the Fanta 156 at Talladega. And she's unmuted.
Incredible drive.
Oh my lord.
Aria in the 16 gets it done. Second career win. First LFR win for the team since season 4 with DB. There's your finishing order. Everyone else head to pit road. Aria to the start-finish line. Aria is a 2-time winner in the Peak Racing Association, and I think I forgot the burnout block, so I have to go the long way. Whew, fun. Alright, let's get to work, shall we? Woo! Aria car. We need to spin physics off. add velocity off, smooth decel off, gas script also off, why not? Alright. Any arguments? Go to the arguments channel, please. And let's see. What was I doing? Oh, right. Alright, let's get this in. Workspace dot. What is your username, Aria? A bunch of crap. 10E. Oh, I lost it. No. After that, let's see. 3SS3DD. Car dot turns speed equals 25, I guess. I don't know. Oh wait, no. Dot vehicle C dot turn speed. What am I doing? And torque. Move around a little bit, Aria. I want to see like how if I did it right. I didn't do it right. Try again. Incomplete statement, expected assignment, or a function call. What do you mean? Oh, it's because I didn't capitalize it properly, I don't think. No, that is correct. Wait, what? That's annoying. What the heck? I don't know. Aria, you're just gonna have to do like a wall burnout, I guess, today. Sorry. I don't know why it's not working. Get back in your car. I might have broken it. If I did, yeah, okay, just respawn it. That's why I don't want you moving until I select your car. Respawn your car. Let me read you. Trial and error. Alright, and let me add smoke. I'll tell you when you're ready to go. And Aria, for the second time in your PRA career, go crazy! Aria burns it down at the Talladega Superspeedway and is a 2-time PRA winner. Alright, go ahead and go to victory lane, Aria. Alright. Well, time for the most fun, entertaining time of the stream. It's post-race interviews time. Which will end off, of course, with race winner Aria. But we're going to start with everyone on pit road, starting with Karinga, who had an up and down day. In the end, couldn't make it work. Hello, Karinga. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing very good.
Remind me where you finished, real quick.
I got P5. Actually, a way better outcome than I was expecting from this race. But at least I got the pole position that helped me in points, and I think I got third in. Oh no, I got third or second in stage two. That's also going to be good for points.
Yeah, for
Pretty
sure.
decent day.
Yeah, for sure. You and I are motorsports had an up and down day from leading a lot early on to the unfortunate turn of events later on. But you ended up with the 5th place, and you're definitely going to maintain a nice, strong points lead, especially with, all we'll say is the news that I'm going to be dropping on everyone soon enough. Um, but,
Huh?
you'll hear about it. It's quite the plot twist in this already chaotic season, I will say. Anywho, um, overall, just thoughts on the race, thoughts on, did the package get better, did it not, thoughts on your competition?
The package was it was definitely an improvement, I will say, because you could commit when you committed, and I mean committed more like committed like your life depended on it. That's when you really started to get a run going. We saw that at the end there, but it just required a lot of commitment, which it did at the end, but I just wasn't in a position to really take advantage of it. But I'd say it was an improvement. It was a pretty good race. Had quite a lot of fun. Very clean. Not a single wreck, which I'm surprised about. So
We had 2 incident
yeah.
cautions. One was for someone resetting, one was for a single car spin in Aria.
Oh, oh yeah. I totally forgot about that. I'll be so honest.
But still, a relatively clean race for Talladega standards, and it works out for a top 5 for you. Nice calm day. I don't. You did say you weren't mad. You weren't too mad at any of your competition, which is quite new for you this season, I will say. So I assume it's overall you're satisfied with this race. What are you expecting for the next race in Charlotte? Memorial Day weekend, longest race of the schedule.
Oh, I'm looking to win that race. I'm gonna be wrong. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I like Charlotte. It's one of my honestly one of my favorite tracks. Whenever I do road racing, I just don't think I've gotten a win on it. That no, I actually think I have, but yeah, I'm looking forward to Charlotte. It's a pretty good track. I know I did pretty good during the testing there, and it is one of my favorite tracks. I'm looking to win that race. Keep an eye out for me.
Yeah. Sorry, I was reading something. Okay, wow, that's eventful. Thanks, Stevie. I greatly appreciate the dirt on your shoes being put in my hair. Anywho, congratulations on your solid race, and can't wait to see more of you 2 weeks from now on Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, thank you. Hope to see you. Hope to see you too.
Alright. Next on the list is actually DB. Hi, DB. Hi, DB. TP the ship. You get to your car. I'm not TPing you to your car. I'm too lazy. Hi, DB. Hello. How are you doing today?
Doing pretty good.
That's great. You had a day?
Yeah, it was up and down.
Up and down, but that's to be expected from Superspeedways. Your Superspeedway luck continues.
Yeah.
How are you feeling after today?
I'm feeling pretty good, but stuff happened, lag, a lot that really, I got put in the limiter. That's how it caused like that big wreck and everything. So finished second, stage 1, finished right where I started. But overall, I think I did pretty good. I said stuck with Storm too the whole time, but so far pretty good.
Alright. Well, Talladega Superspeedway turns out to be a Superspeedway for you. Do you have your eyes set on Charlotte in 2 weeks' time? The longest race on the schedule, Memorial Day weekend. Do you have your eyes set on that? Do you think you can perform at Charlotte?
Yeah, I do, cause I really do. During trailer testing, I did really, really good. Right up front like the whole time. So yeah, it's gonna be a long race. I'm prepared for that, and hopefully I can get a good finish.
Alright then. What the? Did this dude just ping a ROAV pilot about a race? What the friddly diddly, bro? Anyway. Uh, anyway, alright then. Well, I don't have anything else for you. Thanks for your time, DB, and have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Next up on the list is Storm. All the way to the back. And then we go to System and then Ship. Alright. Anyway.
Yo!
Hello, Storm. How are you doing?
Pretty good. You do have my you know.
Well, you finished, I don't even know. You had an up and down day. There were a few moments you showed up, but you mostly spent it in the back. Overall, first race in a while in the Peak Racing Association. How's it feel to just get back into the swing of things?
Feels good. I mean, I can't really be too mad about my finish. I got like better than half the field, so you know. And like felt like I was up front a lot, and then I just get shuffled out because either the leader's braking or nobody checks out. But you know, I feel pretty good.
Alright then, well, Charlotte in 2 weeks, you plan on coming to that one?
Yes, I honestly plan on making every single race, and I'm gonna practice Charlotte because I wanna show up.
Alright then, well, good luck, Storm. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And, we'll end with System and then Ship. And then we'll interview race winner, Arya. Whew, lots of interviews today. Hello, System. How are you doing today?
Kind of sad.
Well, I believe you and Nappa were two of the biggest voices of this. Lots of frustration with, nobody really wanted to start up that second lane early enough to make a difference in the, finish of the race, but you did prove that you can make it move, Core. You did prove that you can make it work when necessary, and that's valuable information for the next Superspeedway race at Daytona, that also being the final Superspeedway race of the season. Overall, how do you feel about today? I believe you finished, what, second, third?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect to finish this high up. I was expected to, just drive, get laps in, just try to make something work. But I do thank Nappa and Aiden for trying to make the move, try to help me win. I really do thank them. I'll probably have to help them later on, Charlotte. But overall, good race today.
Yeah, for sure. Next race being Charlotte, you just mentioned that. Overall, thoughts on that? How are you going to prepare for the longest race in PRA history?
I'm gonna be honest. Charlotte is one of my best tracks, probably one of my favorite track ever. I feel like I can be fast there. I'm just gonna try to do the same thing I did here today. Just run laps, try to get a good strategy going, and try to maybe win this time. Honestly.
All right then. Anything else you'd like to say?
I'm not sorry, Karinga.
Alright then. Well, thank you for your time, System, and can't wait to see you in 2 weeks' time for the Coca-Cola 300.
Thank you.
And next, let's interview Ship, his first race with IR Motorsports in the 48. Hello, Ship. How are you doing?
I mean, good. I wanted to get a top three or a win, but fourth place is not bad. I got some points in the early first stage, so hopefully next race I can get better. Maybe even a win, top three, top two. but I'm pretty happy with the results. I'm pretty sure I'm the highest finishing IR driver, so I'll take that. And yeah, I mean it's pretty overall good race for first race.
Yeah, and overall put on a good show. You led a lot of laps, or were up front pretty early on consistently, and then dropped back and just couldn't quite make it work for the rest of the race. But overall, does this help you kind of figure out what you need to do to be fast and to be up front and consistent in the Peak Racing Association? Do you think you can capitalize off of this information you got off of other drivers and how they drive for the next race at Charlotte, or for the next super speedway race at Daytona even?
I definitely think I've picked up some strategy options that I can probably take that will also get me a better finish than this time. Maybe different pit strategies, pitting earlier, pitting later. I definitely think there is some strategy that I've learned from this, and I hope to use them next race, or even the next speedway race.
Alright then. Well, thank you for your time, Ship. Anything else you'd like to say before I head to interview Arya?
Good job, Arya.
Alright. Well, thank you for your time, Ship. Can't wait to see more of you in 2 weeks' time at Charlotte. Alright, let's go ahead and interview your Season 5 Fanta 156 winner, the number 16, last-second replacement for Chesko on this very team, team owner, and two-time winner now in the Peak Racing Association, Arya. Let me get some pictures real quick. Alright, hello, Arya, I believe you're already unmuted. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
You just won the Fanta 156. That was definitely not expected, and you won it in I'd say pretty different fashion than you won Richmond last season, which was not streamed. Overall, just how do you feel about this whole event as a whole, and being a winner once again in the Peak Racing Association in your return race?
It feels great. I'm not a super speedway. I'm not that type of person that races super speedways, but I say I did decent today. Oh, okay. I'm not all that for super speedways. I was never really the biggest fan of them. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is my first super speedway win in like over 3 years, so this is something to think about. But I had to defend really hard for this. Especially the bottom.
Yeah, I bet. But you made it out alive after a very chaotic race in the Talladega Superspeedway. You get to call yourself a two-time winner. Celebrate hard, and can't wait to see you hopefully for the next race in Charlotte. It'll be the longest race of the season. How are you gonna prepare yourself for that physically, mentally? How are you gonna prepare yourself for 300 miles? That's 200 laps at Charlotte.
I mean, I did it last season. I'll do it again.
Well, I mean, last season was a shorter race. It was only 200 miles. This is putting an extra 77 laps on the table. How are you gonna deal with that?
Well, I mean, I've raced around 400 laps at Charlotte once. I think I could do 200, but especially, I feel like I could definitely be in contention there. I actually won at Charlotte recently, so that's fire, but I cannot wait for that.
Alright then, well, congratulations, Arya. You are a two-time PRA winner. Party hard, and thanks for your time.
Thank you. Oh, and you didn't get killed. God damn it.
Luckily. Alright then, well, thank you for your time, and can't wait to see you in 2 weeks. With all that out of the way, Talladega Superspeedway is once more silent, other than that one car engine. But the Talladega Superspeedway is silent. The Fanta 156 delivered once again, I'd say. Great racing throughout. Very picturesque moments. And there goes Arya, driving off into the not sunset. I was your host for today's Victims Did So, and I'm so glad that all of you joined me here today to enjoy the Peak Racing Association from the virtual Talladega Superspeedway. In 2 weeks' time, we head to our patriotic event, our Memorial Day weekend event. That is the Coca-Cola 300, May 24th. And tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but the next day after that, the Peak Racing Association community will be hosting a Coca-Cola 600 watch party in real life. It's going to be a month full of so much fun. Lots of events going to happen in here too. Events, game nights, fun races, you name it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and this race just kicked it all off. Great racing. Arya, your 2-time PRA winner after today, scores the first win for LFR since Season 4 with DB. What a race it has been. And, of course, tomorrow's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. And, I'll see you in 2 weeks for the Coca-Cola 300. Until next time, see you.